Добрый день, уважаемые телезрители! В эфире «Русмедиа», телепередача для тех, кто говорит по-русски и живет в Швеции. Сегодня у нас в гостях Мартин Ahlberg, президент компании Finland «Маркетинг и коммуникации в туризме». Hello, Martin. I would like to present you. Here is Martin Ahlberg, the CEO of Finland Marketing and Communication in Tourism. Hello.
Thank you so much.
Welcome again here. I would like to remind the auditory that Martin is here for the third time and always brings us some interesting and new and fresh information about the trends in tourism here in Nordic countries. And today I would like to speak with Martin about the situation now on the tourism market between Russia and Sweden and about the trends in tourism in the Nordic countries. So, Martin, please remind the auditory about yourself, who you are, and about your company, when was it established, and what kind of business you do.
This is actually my 20 years anniversary. I have been working my whole life with tourism, travel and tourism, but running an own company for 20 years. So
that's amazing. That's impressive.
I'm proud about that. So I'm a touristic guy. I have been working on the hotel side and with ferry lines and also with tourist boards, but now 20 years as consultant, helping people to find each other, helping markets to find each other, and of course, my Russian experience is not too huge, but I have been quite heavily involved with important and bigger Russian travel industry partners on the Scandinavian market. So for me, it's very interesting, and but only tourism. That is my core business, my daily life. It's PR, it's press, it's events, it's fairs, and it's helping people to connect. That is
so Martin connecting people.
I'm trying to do that. And it's important because when we are going to Russia, it's a different culture and everything, and when you are coming to the Swedish market, it's also totally different. So sometimes you need a door opener, somebody who helps you to find the right way of communication and opening the right doors and so that is a short story. I'm a born Finn. My native language is Swedish, but I live a very Swedish life. I have been in Sweden since 1986, and I live out in the archipelago, and my wife is from Sweden, and so.
Have you ever been thinking of trying to live in Finland again?
No, I left Finland and Sweden is my home today and my base today. So I will stay in Sweden, and of course for somebody whose native language is Swedish, my native language is Swedish. It makes it more easy to live here. So and I like the country. I like the people. I like the hospitality here, so and the mentality also. So
of Swedish people.
Of Swedish people. So this is a nice country to stay in, and for you also for the Russian market. I think this is the Scandinavia is important. A little problems today, but it's. I don't see problems. I try to see possibilities, and
So let's speak about the situation now. So, how did this financial crisis, that we all know is now in Russia, how does it influence the situation in tourist market now, especially between Russia and Sweden? Maybe you have some numbers to tell us, or
no, I don't have actually numbers between Sweden and Russia, but I know. I have been following the situation in Finland, and during December there was an enormous decrease of tourist volumes from Russia coming to Finland. And as we live in Stockholm, I think we had New Year here. New Year is normally a time of the year when Stockholm is fully booked,
yes,
with tourists from your country, and this year the pressure was not the same. So I think it's both ways. It's down, and of course the big volumes from Russia has been very important for Sweden, and when they are going down and your shopping and everything, it's quite bad for us. The volumes towards Russia from Sweden has been quite small, but in a way now there could be a good possibility to do something about that, because I know your ruble is on a level that makes you you have the product, and now you also have the price.
Yes.
And if you have the product
really
and the
cheap
price,
for us, yes.
that could be it's a very very good possibility, but of course the total European situation is maybe not the best at the moment, but I think this can be changed quite rapidly.
Well, usually a lot of Russian people, they travel, like from my own city, from St. Petersburg, lots of people usually travel to Finland for New Year's, and if you come by car, you can see huge lines on the border, next to the border. So this year, my family, we were traveling from here to Russia. So we took a boat, we came to Helsinki, then we went by car further. So we approached the border. So there was a line from Finland to Russia, but there were few cars only from Russia to Finland. So then I realized that Finns were going to buy presents for New Year in Russia, seriously. And like Vyborg, this closest town, Vyborg, по-русски, and Vyborg.
Yes.
So they told us that all shops are empty. Finns bought lots of technique, like TVs, all this kind of equipment. So it's really cheap now. Because the ruble fell down twice.
Yeah.
I
So
would
this
say.
is of course between Sweden and Russia. We don't have the same type of shopping tourists that you can go for a day just to fill your car with petrol.
And that's another story. That's what they do.
So
exactly.
So of course the price level that changed. Now it's the Finns are going to Russia, but it can change rapidly again. And of course, Stockholm, the capital of Scandinavia, it should be and it will be quite interesting for Russian tourists, and so this is not over yet. This will change many times, and I see good possibilities both ways, and also because of you have your national carriers on the flight sector. St. Petersburg and Moscow are today big hubs, and I don't say the name, but your national carrier is one of the big and one of the best airlines in the world today. So that is also a big possibility to visit Russia, but also to use Russia as a hub to go to other countries, and vice versa, also come to Sweden.
Yeah, but up to you, to your mind, what should be done in Russia to attract more tourists?
What we are talking about now, the market doesn't know that, because nobody is really active on the market. And of course you have to put some money on the market, some efforts on the market to show visibility. And we have twice a week we have ferry cruise traffic to St. Petersburg from this time. Visa-free cruises, still visa-free cruises, but the market has forgot it.
Oh yes.
And so it's an effort. we need more Russian visibility on the market. Not too heavily, but something should be done, because now the situation is very good, and personally I'm not afraid of all of anything or traveling to Russia whatsoever. So I think there could be a potential, because Russia is still a big secret for us in Sweden. We don't know your product, and just to mention Eremitage or whatever, you have everything we want, you have everything we need, but actually we don't find the way there, and that is, it's a pity, and I think a little bigger effort from the trade in Russia, but also maybe from the authorities should help.
Martin, I know that in January you organized a trip to Helsinki. You invited people from Sweden that represent the tourist sector, and you brought them to Matka fair. That's the biggest tourist fair in Northern Europe.
Yeah.
So can you please tell us a little bit more about this Matka fair and about this trip that you have organized?
No, in the middle of January we succeeded to get more than 100 VIPs to a travel fair in Helsinki. It's the leading travel fair on the Nordic market, so it's an important one. And our guests didn't only come for Finland. The fair is in Finland, but one of the most important thing for the fair for the fair in Helsinki has always been the connection to the Russian market. And it's still important, and this year it was also important, but of course because of the crisis and an economic situation, it was a little less of Russian products.
But how many of them were represented this year? Maybe you can name what kind of...
No, it was St. Petersburg, it was Moscow, it was the ferry lines, and of course the regions close to Finland, the Karelian region and so. But a little the pressure from and the interest from the Russian side was a little lower at the moment, and of course for the fair in Finland, the Russian market, and for the Finns, it's very important, and it's the numbers at the moment, it's a catastrophe for Finland. The numbers to Sweden has not been that big, so the decline is not a catastrophe for us.
So Finland suffers the most.
I think Finland suffers the most for the situation at the moment, because we are the Finnish tourist industry has had for many years one big market, and that is not China and Asia.
Yes,
that is Russia. And so we are used with the Russian customers. We are spoiled with the Russian customers, and that we are not yet in Sweden. I hope we will be one day.
Yeah, but I hope that the situation somehow will calm down and stabilize a bit.
Of course.
And then it will get back on the rails, I think so. Because people love traveling, people like going abroad and rest there, go shopping, and I think it needs some time.
Yeah. Just imagine the day when we will get real visa-free travel between Russia and Sweden and the European community. We are... it's not an how do you say utopia.
Yeah.
It's I think this is maybe not in the near future, but I'm old, but still during my lifetime. I'm sure that we will have that situation, and just imagine the boom both ways. But of course this is a small market, so we are not so important for you. but you are very, very important, and you are qualified customers. You know what you need. You want good service also, and you are normally ready to pay for it.
Yeah.
And so
Exactly.
that's a huge possibility for us in the future.
Martin, what are the closest events that you're going to organize now?
No, during the weekend I was in the Globe, which
Okay.
is the landmark of Stockholm, where Greece had a big travel fair
Okay.
for 2 days.
Did you help in organizing? Or?
I helped with PR and press and to get the message out to the market.
Okay.
And during one day they had 11,000 people in the Globe. So
that was a lot.
for only one country. So when I say that, I'm talking about visibility. So Greece, that is real Greece visibility. When Russia should do something sometimes.
Yeah.
But they took the whole Globe, and that was one thing. And tomorrow the World Championships in cross country skiing are starting in Finland,
Okay.
and I will be there the whole next week working with the organizers, looking forward to the next World Championships, which they will be held in Finland 2017 in Lahtis,
Okay.
which is the big skiing town, and I think that will be very interesting also for the Russian market.
So that's also your project for
That
this
that
for
is
Finland.
to help
Yes.
the coming organizing to get a contact with Sweden, who is organizing it now, and that is very important. And more events are then our travel fairs, B2B travel fairs in March, and then a consumer travel fair the third week in April at the Central Station, the Stockholm Travel Show, which I have been doing for many years. So
Okay, so that's not the first time.
no, this is actually it's the third time.
Third time.
Third time.
So can you give us a bit more information about the fair? So when will it be? Third
That will
week in
be
April?
the 23rd to 24th of April at the Central Station upstairs in the main hall. And it's consumer orientated, and we will have ferry lines, we will have airlines, we will have destinations there with their best products, also selling tickets. And you know, when there is fairs, they normally have special prices during the
Yeah, for
fair,
the fair,
so that
yeah.
that kind of thing is interesting. But
So it could be also interesting for Russian, I would say, clients to take part in this fair for sure. Show
that
themselves.
could be a possibility to show interest. It's always when you are when you want to go to a market, whatever you do, you have to show interest, that you are interested in the market, and that costs something. It doesn't have to cost much or too much, but it costs something
Of course.
to reach the market.
But what is attractive to the customers? Why this fair could be interesting to take part in?
No, mainly because just one example is at the Central Station during one day in the house there is 250,000 visitors during one day. We are there 2 days, so it's 500,000 people. Of course, not everybody is interested in what we are trying to show the market, but a big part of that. And of course, we take care then of the travel agencies, the tour operators. We invite the press and so on also to the to the exhibit, to this fair. So it's a good possibility. And normally when you are at big travel fairs, you need big square meters, and that costs a lot of things. We are not talking about big square meters, but we give good visibility, and so it's not so expensive. So and of course, if you want more information about that, the name is Stockholm Travel Show .se, or you can Google at Stockholm Travel Show, so you get all information about that.
Also, they can visit your website, also Finnes.
Also, yes.
Marknad and Communication.
Yes, but of course there are many possibilities on the Swedish market, but I think the capital is always the capital.
Of course.
And the capital in this case, and when we are talking about the Russian market, is close to you, and nearly all traffic to Russia goes from here. So it's a good possibility to be visible in Stockholm.
Absolutely, I agree with you. Good chance.
It's a good chance.
Good chance. So Martin, what are the latest trends in tourist industry now in Scandinavia?
No, we are still traveling. We have economic crisis also in this country, but we are frequent travelers. We travel several times a year, and the travels are also we are traveling a little shorter times, but many times during the year. The cruising industry is doing very well, not only in the Baltic Sea area. Now I'm talking more on the global level. So cruising is a big thing. Spa and wellness. We want to be healthy.
Okay, and
we want to
beautiful.
be clean. so spa and wellness is also a rising segment. And then I think one of the key questions today is not where are you traveling. It's more why are you traveling.
Okay.
The reason for traveling. So before we say we go to the Maldives or we go to Morocco or so, but now the destination is not always so important. It's more why we are traveling, and there are of course a lot of topics for that. But
so Martin, why are you traveling, and
because
usually where do you prefer to travel?
I can travel wherever, but of course when you live in the north, this is quite cold and this is quite dark, especially this time of the year. So we need the sun. We want the sun, and so my favorite destination at the moment is Morocco. Marrakesh in the inlands, combine it with Agadir or Essaouira on the coast, and you get some magic, something really, really special for very small money. And also one possibility we have the low-cost airlines. It's not so low cost all the time, but sometimes you can fly quite far for a very small amount of money. So that is one of my favorite destinations. If we look to Europe, it's the little same segment. I like Istanbul very, very much. And if we could come closer, I would like to go more times to St. Petersburg. Because
how many times have you been there?
I have been there twice. But I have not even been to the Hermitage yet, which I love.
You should.
But I know, I know.
So
and
third time should be there.
Third time will be the Hermitage and also something else. But St. Petersburg is it's the only metropole we have in this whole area. We can talk about Copenhagen, Helsinki, Stockholm. What's that? You have St. Petersburg. That is a metropole in the area. So that is something I'm looking forward to. And then, of course, as a Finn, I should point out Finnish destinations, but maybe maybe Tallinn is one of my favorite destinations. It's a small town, it's very accessible, and it's easy to get there, and it's cheap and good quality also.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So unfortunately the time is almost over, and I would say the last question would be what is your forecast for the next several years? What do you think would happen in the tourist sector between Russia and well, let's say Scandinavian countries?
On the very
Nordic countries,
sure,
because
if
Finland,
we are
yeah.
talking about short term, I think we will still have a little negative volumes and so, but on a little longer term, I see a bright future. I see very good possibilities both ways, and of course in Sweden we know that Russia really can deliver and is very, very important. But of course we want to contribute and to for us in Sweden to find maybe first of all St. Petersburg, which is the closest possibility, with visa-free possibilities to cruise to St. Petersburg from Stockholm.
Is it like 3 days you can stay there?
You can stay 3 days in St. Petersburg, yes, visa-free, and that is also something the market does. If we knew it, we have forgot it.
So Martin, welcome to St. Petersburg always, but better come in summertime, of course. It's really nice and beautiful. And it's a must to go to Hermitage next time.
Of course, of course.
I take your word.
Yes, I will. I will, and I will spend many hours there.
Yeah. So Martin, thank you very much for the interesting and very positive conversation. And I would like to remind to the auditory, here was Martin Ahlberg, the CEO for Finance, Marketing and Communication, and me, Darja Razumova, Program Leader. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm
Hej då.
always optimist.
Yes, thank you. Bye bye.